Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are getting started on creating a traveler's notebook, sized notebook or insert for a trip my daughter took to Chicago. This is the first time she took a trip A without us and B for 10 days with her grandma. So I've already printed my photos. I did a bunch of collages and printed them out with persnickety. So I did some that were, and they're all 4x6 prints. So some that were the configuration of 2x4. These are these, and then I would cut them up. I have 2x2 squares, and then I have the 2x3 configurations, which would get 4 on a 4x6 as well. I originally wanted to use this dory that was in my stash. This was from the June collection, and I'm a little bit behind in using my Cocoa Daisy supplies. But June was a little bit difficult for me because of the Asian inspired koi fish and sushi theme that it was hard to use initially, so it's been sitting here. And I thought about using this just because at least the color palette was softer and not overwhelming, and this black and white one. And it did work well for most of the pictures. It wasn't a problem. I've already delineated which ones go on which. But sometimes the little koi fish and stuff didn't really go with my project. So recently I just got, the August kit. And it's called Spice Market. And it is so colorful, you guys. Look at that page. Look at the opening page. Yeah, I was going to use this one instead. So I switched over to this one. This notebook has 17 spreads, and I have printed my photos out, and my mother-in-law was great to keep the little menus and maps and receipts to things that she did with her while in Chicago. So I have a lot of, not a lot, but enough ephemera to make it cute. She colored in this little pizza menu too. I want to somehow figure out how to keep it from Connie's Pizza. So I have, like I said, it all already delineated on what I wanted to use per spread. So we're going to make a little series in which I put this together and you help and you watch me, put the layouts together. I am not trying to make it too detailed per layout. So with 17, I'm thinking maybe I'll do it, obviously on quicker speed, speed you up. Maybe 4 layouts per video. So that would be 4, 8, 12, 18, 4, 8, 12, 16. I can't even do the math. So that would be 4 videos in this series, right? Because I would just have 4, 8, 12, 16, and one of them would have 5. So that might work out. And like I said, I'm trying to keep them simple. So for instance, just to kind of see this one, I have these ready to go. And I think just a simple configuration like this. And I just want to tell the story on how this one particular cousin almost became like her big sister. She's 1 year older than her, and they had just a special bond the whole time. So maybe big sister, I'll make a title and then do my journaling and keep them kind of simple so that you can see that a project like this to document your travels does not need to be very complex or elaborate. Even for something like this one, I know I did a couple of these full page ones, and even for this one, I did like the quote better in here, so I might cut this one out because look, it was like a Dr. Seuss quote. This one, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So on your way. I totally wanted that with that, so I might cut this out and put it over this orange and keep that fun. So if you would like to see a traveler's notebook truly intended for a recent trip for my daughter, in which I believe 4 layouts per video will be suffice to get this done, by all means stay tuned and hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and hit that bell notification. That way you'll be alerted as to when I upload the videos. So stay tuned. Let's get started. So as we get started, I kind of go back and forth between pages actually. So here I am starting off with that quote page. It was the second page in the dory, and I love this one that says take me to where summer never ends or something like that. But the other quote by Dr. Seuss was just so suiting, and like I said, I was thinking of using the other dory at first. So I wanted to still incorporate it, and the fact that it was like a peach color worked on this orange background. So this worked perfectly, and now I'm just adding a few of the rub-ons from the Spiced Market collection as well on top of it. and it added just a little bit something to both sides, just to add a little bit more interest. And then some of these chipboard pieces I do end up using. So for this page, I use the Good Times, that was like a half circle in pink, and then I go ahead and kind of pull out a Studio Calico sticker sheet, and then also an Allie Edwards stamp that says Good Vibes, and I wanted to use it with one of these stickers that also says like Great Feelings or something like that. But don't get me wrong, this was probably the extent, as I remember the rest of them, of my stamping and other stickers, simply because A, it didn't turn out that great. If when you see the close-ups, like the stamping is imperfect, which is fine. But I think once I did that page, it just scared me from stamping on anything else. So it's myself, I just gave myself a pep talk of like less is more in this situation. So keep on going, Ty. So then I flipped back the one page, and this is the very first page in the album. I cut out the Away We Go on just regular like purple copy paper I have in my possession. And then this is the stamp that comes with the Modern Memory Keeping with the perfect little tag, and it worked out perfectly to just have as a background image in the back. And so I just repeated it with like I think it was Worn Lipstick Distress Oxide, and then just flipped the front and upside down motion of it and created a subtle pink background, and then used Tombow clear mono liquid glue to keep these down for the letters because they were really thin. And then these were my photos. So I am having this one go as a horizontal layout rather than vertical, and it worked out pretty good. And I will say it's the only one I did like this. I wish I kept it in mind and do it again, but for one try going, it's really good to include it. So these were just the photos on their leaving day. So a few at the airport and just before they left. Then we took a selfie in our driveway before we drove her to the airport. So that wraps up pages 1 and 2. So here on 3 and 4, I probably go back and forth between them because it's just how my brain works. So this was a card from the 3x4 cards, and it just says, let's take the scenic route. And on their first day, they went for this little quick walk around my aunt's neighborhood up in Chicago. And they took all the kids just to get out and some vitamin D, and it worked out perfectly. So I kind of loved that simplicity of it. And I thought to myself, bravo, Ty. Like sometimes I go for so much. But now on the other side, I was like, what am I going to do with this side? And so that's where all the color will come in on this side. So my Catherine Pooler inks, I do have a Roy G. Biv family, but the red is really a pink. And so I just kind of name everyone in pairings. So Abby/Alex is my mother-in-law, and then I'll write out Valentina. Then I'll do my Tia Letty and Jordan. So these are all just the cousins and the grandmas grouped together, and it comes out so cute. I don't think I show you all the stamping because I didn't want to bore you with that, but you will see it on photos at the end. But it's definitely a cute page with everyone's name down the column in rainbow order. It really packs a punch. So for the left side being simple, I really appreciate this side. So then on this side, the next day they went on the double-decker tour bus. And so these were some of the photos there. And I love this green like mosaic pattern, looked like floor tiles on this side, but a lot of it gets covered up. And I'm okay with that, but my mother-in-law kept the receipt, so I thought it was perfect to kind of keep in a column on the right, and then I will go in and hand journal in on the lines for this layout here. And then I try to incorporate some of the ephemera, but it didn't work out for that one. So these are the first 4 layouts for this video. Stay tuned for the next ones. Bye!